Hi everyone, I'm the Whiskey Enthusiast. Welcome back to my channel. We're continuing with Douglas Laing's Remarkable Regional Malts, episode 4. We're now at Campbeltown. We've done Lowland, we've done Highlands, we've done Speyside. We're now at Campbeltown with the Gauldrons. Let's show you the bottle. Gauldrons apparently literally means Bay of Storms. It's from the Campbeltown region. It is again a blended malt, non-chill filtered, no color added, and this one is bottled at, what is it? 46% ABV. Am I making that up? Nope, there, 46.2% ABV. Right, it's cool. It's the original bottle is like this as well. It's black. What does it say? Classically Campbeltown in style, the Gauldrons is the ultimate distillation of Scotland's most elusive whiskey region. Anticipates sweet notes of honeycomb and brown sugar, complemented by a peppery warmth and the gentlest hint of smoke. Now, Campbeltown used to be the biggest whiskey producing region, but the market crashed and there were too many distilleries opening and the quality just dropped, so did the amount of Campbeltown distilleries. It is really elusive because the secondary market prices are crazy in Campbeltown whiskies. There's Springbank, Hazelburn, Longrow, it's really hard. Then you have Kilkerran at Glengyle, and you have Glen Scotia. So there are 3 distilleries producing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different whiskies. Am I wrong? Let me know. Springbank Distillery produces Longrow, Hazelburn, and Springbank. And then Glengyle Distillery produces Kilkerran. And then Glen Scotia produces Glen Scotia. Yeah, I think, yeah. And then they have a blended malt, Campbeltown Loch, which I really like. So let's see. I mean, it would have been nice to compare Campbeltown Loch with this, but I don't have any. We don't have many Campbeltown whiskies. We only have Glen Scotia in our market. But you know, like everyone else, I love the Springbank. I'm not a massive fan of Hazelburn, and I also like Longrow. Hazelburn and Kilkerran are not my thing. I actually did a Hazelburn 13 Oloroso review. It was, I think, my 2nd or 3rd review, so I'll put the link up there. Give me a break. I was just getting into this, so if you watch it now, you can see some maybe amateur stuff in there. Not that I've really matured in this. Anyway. Right. Oh. Okay. It is maritime. I do get sea spray. Salt. Fresh. A little bit of a yeast. A bit farmy. I do get obviously not as strong as a Springbank Funk, but I do get a little bit of a farmyard smell from this. Barley. Strawberries. I get strawberries. And some cherries. We don't know anything about the casks they use. They just say it's a marriage of Campbeltown single malt, so I'm assuming it has everything. There's a very little hint of smoke. So is there Hazelburn in here? Is there Longrow in here? Yeah, a little bit of farmyard, a little bit of a smoke, sea spray. It's a bit of a nondescript nose, really. It's not bad. It's not doing much to me. It's very minerally. Feels young. Okay. Alright, on the palate, better. Peppery, sweet, bourbon notes. It's a very bourbon-forward palate. I do get that farmyard funk more on the palate than I do on the nose. Caramelly, toffee. The sea spray on the palate is coming forward as salt and bitey, and the finish is dry, minerally, a little bit of earthy, and I don't get that much sea spray or sea salt or anything maritime on the finish. But it's more apparent on the nose, then less apparent on the palate, and then I have nothing on the finish. A nose, very sea spray. Also sweet. That strawberry note is incredible. So weird. Never had such strawberry notes, such strong strawberry note in a whiskey before. I wouldn't have thought it would come from Campbeltown, if you ask me. And it's not just any strawberry note. You know what it is? You know those small mountain strawberries? That's really flavorful, but it's really hard to get. The yield is very low, but when you have them, it's just like a flavor explosion. And I'm not a massive fan of strawberries. I never look for strawberries. It doesn't come to my mind to eat strawberries, but those mountain strawberries is just fantastic. And if you get mountain strawberry jam, that's just ridiculous. It's just those small ones. So if you ever see, definitely, I'm recommending 3 Glencairns on the mountain strawberries. Let's go back onto this one. Yeah, it's very minerally, soda water like sea spray and salty, maybe seaweed chips. White pepper. I get white pepper rather than black pepper on the palate. Bitterness. I get the strawberry now on the palate as well, which is wonderful. A little bit yeasty, farmyardy. And honeydew, like melon. And the finish is short, interestingly, but honey. Now, I would have liked to pull out a Springbank 12 CS, a long row peated, or a Springbank 10. I think Springbank 10 is a fantastic whiskey. I don't need to go any higher than that. I've tasted different Springbanks, but 10 has always impressed me the most. I like the 12 as well, but anyway, I'm going to go with something easier because the Springbanks are really hard to find. We're getting really expensive. I don't want to put any of you guys in a tough spot where like, oh, I need to find Springbank, which you probably are anyway. So I'm going to go with this one. A bit underrated, but I've always had a soft spot for Glen Scotia because I probably could have only reached this one for a long time. Anyway, this is the Glen Scotia double cask. And there's different versions of this, but this is American oak and finished in Pedro Jimenez sherry cask. So it's my kind of whiskey. It's it doesn't say much, just says finished in Pedro Jimenez sherry cask. It's non-chill filtered, 46% ABV. However, it has coloring. E158 caramel. This is from which batch? 2021. There you go. There's 8 stated Glen Scotias as well, and there's the 16, 15 there, pretty good. And this is the double cask and rum cask finish. I've not tried this one before, also 46% ABV, but I can do maybe a comparison between these, but Anyway, so this is my answer to Gauldrons. Actually, the proper answer would have been Campbeltown Loch, but let's see what Glen Scotia double cask has to offer in terms of Campbeltown whiskey. Now on the nose, oof, that Pedro Jimenez really shines in molasses dark syrup. If you've never had Pedro Jimenez wine before, I recommend you go and find a little bit and try it. It's very strong, very thick, and very molasses-like. I don't know if anyone can actually drink it a lot. It's very sweet, but it's beautiful. That's so apparent in here. With a hint of smoke, sea sprays there, salty, and that Campbeltown funk. In Glen Scotia's is not as much, but there is. So fresh. Compared to the Gauldrons, such a fresh, vibrant palate. Oh my god, the finish. I had this last year, and then from a sample, then I forgot I had a bottle. Now I opened it, I let it breathe a bit. That finish, that Pedro Jimenez, they must have used really active casks. It's incredible. I don't know why they colored it, but I'll see. That finish is Pedro Jimenez through and through. It's just molasses, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, nuts, cinnamon, anything that's sweet, anything that has to do with Glen Scotia or Campbeltown disappears on the finish. Finish is beautifully sweet. It's Pedro Jimenez through and through. Kudos, Glen Scotia, for using incredibly active casks. It's on the nose as well. But on the nose, you get a bit of a sea spray, hint of smoke, and that Campbeltown funk. And the palate is minty fresh, zesty, lemony, and this is going to be sounding cheesy, but it feels like the waves are crashing over me on a cool summer afternoon, but sea is not cool. You know, it's just like, just felt freshened up. My God, this is good. Okay. All right. Black pepper and white pepper, spice, but Pedro Jimenez really pulls through this whole thing. It's almost a bit too sweet. It's incredible. Now this one, again, fell flat on the nose. Whenever I go back from a single malt to blended malt, it falls flat. A bit more nutty, a bit more chocolatey. I'm not saying I don't like this. I'm just saying I think I prefer Campbeltown Loch on this one. But that one you can't really find. Whereas this one, you can. So, recommendations. Glen Scotia double cask, I think you know. I'm going to recommend 3 Glencairns to buy the whole bottle. They're about the same price as the Gauldrons whole bottle, and this is fantastic. Whereas this one, you know, it's not revolutionary. It's not doing anything different. If you can find, buy Campbeltown Loch. If not, actually, you can give it a pass. It's I would say try before you buy. Definitely buy the set and then keep it at that, I would say. It's, I don't know if it's representative of Campbeltown. It just feels a bit flat and all over the place. So Gauldrons is going to be my first skip from the Douglas Laing Remarkable Regional Malts. So I'm going to vote it 1 Glencairn, which means skip it. You don't need to. But if you're so curious, go and try it. But my recommendation for this box is still go ahead and buy it because it's nice. It's a nice experiment. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. We're heading on to Island region, which I know is not a region technically, but it also is. We'll talk about that later, next episode. And I hope you like this. Please, if you do, hit that like button and let me know what you think of Gauldrons. Let me know what you think of Campbeltown. Can you find the bottles? And let me know what you think of this one. Have you tried it? Did you like it? If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. That means a lot to me. And I'll see you guys on the next episode where we try Rock Island, formerly known as Rock Oyster. Slanja.